guys keep fighting back, being in these close games, but coming up just short, especially with the injury hand you guys have been dealt. How do you keep feeling after games like this where the fight is there, but the result hasn't been a win but once?
Very good. I mean, this is all you can ask for. We were down double digits again in the fourth quarter and fought back to tie it. And, we're right there again. And so this journey is difficult, but important. And so we've all got to keep our eye on the ball, keep fighting, and keep giving ourselves chances.
Isaiah really filled up the stat sheet tonight. What did you see that he was doing better than either has earlier this season or better than, maybe he did even earlier in this particular game?
Yeah, I mean, he's at the beginning stages of return to play. This is 6 or 7 games. And so it makes sense that he's getting his legs under him. He's getting his rhythm. He's getting stronger, recognizing situations better and better. And so, and he's one of our fighters, so it's heartening to see him continuing to trend in a great direction.
Do you know more about Johnny or Quentin at this time?
They're out. I mean, they went out of the game, ankle and hamstring. So we'll see. I don't know when they'll do MRIs or anything like that, but, we'll let you know whenever we can.
Have you seen Aaron and Jarris grow into the roles they've had? I mean, I think you talked a little bit a couple of days ago about Aaron having to take on a lot more of a load scoring-wise. Even when he's not shooting, he's doing a lot more attacking. How have you seen both of those guys have to change roles and find how to get their offense?
Well, they've had to figure things out on the fly. A lot of moving parts here. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl all of a sudden is playing during crunch time tonight. He was ready, did a good job. But we have a lot of guys that are now playing unusual positions. And so there's adjustments that are happening there, but everybody's spirit is good about it. And, we just got to keep working at it. But both Aaron and Jarris are doing a good job, and they're both growing through this.
How far has Aaron just come on the drive? I mean, I know that's something you guys started working with him at the beginning. It's not something he was super confident in a couple of years ago. Just how much progress have you seen him in being able to drive the ball and to get his own shot?
Yeah, I'm not so sure this isn't something that he's always been able to do, but because of how our team has been structured, with more ball handlers, playmakers, and him playing off the ball more, it just hasn't been a featured thing. But he's striking a good balance right now with the outside shot, the drives, and the occasional important mid-range shot too.
So obviously, this matchup was one of many reasons, but one of the reasons why you got past Pascal is you got a guy that can have an answer for Giannis. What impressed you across the board about what he was able to do tonight and sort of really match him shot for shot?
Yeah, I mean, how many times do you hear me say that Pascal's a great player? Giannis is a great player, and it's two of the best at their position, really going toe-to-toe. And so, if we had the ball in our hands on the last possession, it might have gone the other way. Pascal may have been the one to hit the fadeaway shot, but Giannis hit an incredibly difficult shot that he makes look pretty easy, and he did it over a double team. Isaiah Jackson was there, and he was going to contest it. So, a great shot, a disappointing result, but the level of fight is something that you can't argue with.
Rick, I know you touched on Isaiah Jackson, but what did you like from your other centers tonight? Just the energy and activity that Jay Huff and Tony Bradley provided you all.
Yeah, I thought both of them, all three of them, were effective, and Huff had a really good run in the first half. Second half, because of circumstances, he was playing the 4 position with Tony, which is, probably not. It happened a little bit during, I think, maybe the Minnesota game because of our injury situation, but they did a good job. Those guys know who they are. They know their strengths, and Tony's been with us a while, so he has a better understanding of how we play. But Jay is getting it more and more every day.